It's CBC time, the Congressional Black Caucus. On the phone is Congresswoman Val Demings, represents Florida's 10th Congressional District. And Val Demings introduced a bipartisan resolution reaffirming Congress' commitment to media diversity in time for the CBC. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Tom. I'm fine. Good morning, family. Honored to be with you. And, of course, we are excited about the CBC Foundation Annual Leadership Conference this week.
All right. What is the Media Correspondents Association, the Multicultural Media Correspondents Association?
Well, it's an organization under the leadership of David Morgan that we have been working with. We do know that news and entertainment has unparalleled influence on how we view each other, how we engage with each other, the decisions that we make. And so 50 years ago, there was a report done that said, looked at the social discord, for example, occurring at that time, and looked at who was telling the story and how they were telling the story, and really concluded that maybe we need to seriously look at more diversity in media. So we're fast forwarding 50 years later and reviewing to see what are the obstacles that have impeded the progress there and what are the opportunities that lie ahead. And so we have just a group of different organizations and businesses coming together to have a serious discussion about media diversity and telling the story in a fair and more accurate way.
Congresswoman, I'm sorry we missed you when we were in Orlando just a couple of weeks ago, but I know that you're on the case and working hard for this. And you, having been in the public for a very long time, understand how it matters who is covering your story and who's being sent out to cover your story.
That's absolutely correct. I served as a social worker. I served as a police chief. I went to law enforcement with a social worker's heart. I've seen the way that those who tell the story can really help to significantly influence the outcomes, can significantly influence opportunities that are provided. And so I just believe that this is an area that obviously we thought it was important enough 50 years ago to look at. Mm-hmm. We still know when we look today, we still have some significant questions that we have to ask ourselves. For example, is America less tolerant and more divided than it was 50 years ago when we looked at social discord in this company or in this country? We have to look at the role that consolidation and changing technology has also played in limiting opportunities. We believe that the smaller number of owners, for example, can really influence or negatively impact the message. And so we have to look at this industry and make sure that, the giants, okay, they're going to do what they do, but what about radio? What about newspapers? What about those black-owned newspapers that, people could watch television and listen to what the giants had to say, but they didn't believe what they heard until they grabbed that small town newspaper or black newspaper or heard it on radio. And so we as Congress, we introduced the resolution, Media Diversity Resolution. I was joined by Representative Gonzalez Colon from Puerto Rico and Senator Marco Rubio and Senator Jackie Rosen has a companion bill in the Senate. And we're really reaffirming Congress's commitment to what we learned 50 years ago to increase in media diversity.
And what does this look like this week in talking about what you all are doing?
Well, Friday we have a Blue Star panel. We have executives. We have the decision makers that will be joining us from organizations like BET, Tyler Perry Studios, Braun Studios, 20th Century Fox, Nielsen, Fox Family, Essence, Disney executives. The decision makers are going to be here around the table, seriously talking about their industries or their organizations, corporations 50 years ago, and what steps they have taken to really improve the landscape and what steps still need to be taken to still increase this much needed goal. So we're excited about that, and that will happen this week on Friday.
And can the public attend?
public can attend, open to attend. Join us at the convention center. We look, we'll make room. We've had we've had great interest in people who want to be there. Matter of fact, last year we actually started a discussion with Sherry Shepard, joined us with her amazing self, and we looked at the movie
Brian Banks.
Congresswoman. Story.
This Sherry Shepard, and I was going to say thank you.
Yeah, Sherry,
for
so
screening our film.
Having you with us was great, and it really helped us to think about how perception really influenced what happened to Brian Banks. What role did race play in that? Right. Was he given a fair opportunity? We know that he was not in the criminal justice system. Outcome, things got better. But it was just great really viewing that movie to really help further understand the influence that news and entertainment has
we had a great discussion.
on
All right.
perception.
Representative Val Demings
And tell
from
the mayor
Florida.
we said hello.
I will.